everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda, and today I am in the garden and I am about to start planting some more of my fall seeds. I have some lacinato kale that I want to plant. I have some Dusty Miller, those are flowers, I want to plant those. I also am going to be planting some moringa today. And y'all, this is going to be part of an experiment because moringa loves heat. It loves the hot weather, and we are having some hot weather right now. Mainly what I want to do to this moringa is to get it to germinate. If I can get this moringa to germinate, I'm going to plant it out into my garden in ground. Because last year I planted moringa seeds and I planted them in containers and they germinated really well. Then I put them into containers. I put them into 5-gallon containers. And before the summer was over, those trees were taller than I am. But this year I put them into containers and I put them into the barrel, the whiskey barrels. And the whiskey barrels are wider. And that is where I made my mistake. The whiskey barrels are wide and moringa likes to grow, like the roots like to grow more vertically. And so what I needed was something that grew up more, or either put them in ground, you know, or have them in something like those 5-gallon containers that I had them in last season. And I mean, they grew so good. I was able to get a really good harvest. But let me show you all what my moringa plants are looking like. This is the container that the moringa is in. And moringa is a tree. It is a tree. And so that is the way that it grows. And it is a fast growing tree. So whenever you plant a moringa, expect it to grow really fast. And right here, my tree is putting out some new growth. But I noticed that my tree was also having some dieback. So moringa is not bothered by heat. It loves heat. So it doesn't even worry about dryness. And so this plant has been getting water. It has not been getting too much water because I don't even have it on the drip system. I will just come out and water it because I knew that, you know, you don't want to overwater it. It is a tropical, it likes to grow in tropical areas. And it is, it loves the heat. It loves the sun. It needs to be in full sun. But it needs to be in some container where because it does not spread its roots out wide. Those roots grow deep. And so that is why I am going to remove my moringa after I harvest it and cut this back. I'm not going to remove these right now, but I am going to remove them and I'm going to cut them back. And moringa can grow in my area. It grows really good in the summer here, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to overwinter my moringa. Now, I might bring these plants inside the garage and just keep them inside, and that's probably what I'm going to do. But the other ones, I'm going to try in my area to grow moringa in ground. And I'm going to try to get them to grow. And what I'll do is to cover them in the winter and make sure that they do not have to deal with the frost. Now, if we get some very, very low temperatures this winter, then the moringa might not survive. So that is why I'm saying this is an experiment. And we're going to try to, because I want to have a lot of moringa trees. And if you don't know very much about the moringa tree, please go ahead and do some research on the moringa tree and the plant and its benefits, the tree roots, the stems. All of the tree is edible. It is very beneficial to you. And so I want you to go ahead, if you have not checked out the benefits of the moringa tree, go ahead and check that out. And moringa has some awesome benefits. So if you do not know the benefit of growing moringa trees, go ahead and do your research and find out all of the benefits of growing moringa. And also, I have another tree that is back here. It's a little bit more dry and you can tell the leaves are seeming to be suffering. But I think that most of it is because of the container that I have the moringa planted in. This tree has gotten taller, and I am really wanting to harvest. I'm going to harvest some of these. There's not very much on here to harvest, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to harvest some because I need to get some moringa harvest. I have not been able to harvest any moringa. So I'm going to harvest some of this today. I'm going to wash it, dry it, and then I'm going to use it to make hair and skin oil. And I already have a video where I show you how I make my hair and skin oil. So if you want to, you can go back and watch that video. But I'm also going to be planting some rutabagas. I am going to be planting, and this is rutabagas that I'll be planting. They are called Navon Yellow. And I think I'll be planting some other rutabagas also, but this is one of the ones that I'm going to be planting. But I will also be planting some that I got from my feed and seed store, and they're just the regular rutabagas that look more like turnips. And I'm also going to be planting some leeks. Thank you so much, it's my Renaissance grandma, for these seeds. And she also sent me these spinach seeds, and I'm going to be planting these. This is the Bloomsdale long-standing spinach. This is my favorite variety, and the leek variety is the American flag. And then I'm going to be planting some more of these later, but as I told you all already, I was having a shortage of trays because I have a lot of seeds that are seedlings growing on my grow station already, and so that's used up most of my containers and my little trays. And so I have some trays that I have ordered. They should be in a couple of days. And so y'all, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna be ready to start planting out some more stuff, because I also have some lacinato. This is some lacinato kale seeds that I'm going to be planting. And I have some, did I say Dusty Miller? I think I did say Dusty Miller. There's no picture or anything, but these are some Dusty Miller seeds that I ordered, because the Dusty Miller is one of the flowers, or one of the, it's not, well, it does flower. It's in the flower category, and it lasts all winter long. Matter of fact, it seems like it lasts year round. Mine are beginning to look kind of bad right now, but I've planted those in the fall, and they went through the summer, I mean, beautifully. I'm also going to be planting some of my onion. Tray is filled with onion seeds that I got from Johnny Seeds last season. So you know I need to go ahead, because I told you all I do not have very good success with my onion seeds when I try to grow them. You know, they're year-old seeds. So I'm going to go ahead and start planting these onion seeds and see if I can get some germination on them. I'm going to probably plant all of these seeds. And I know some of you say that, you know, seeds, most seeds do last for years and years, but I have not found that to be true with my onion and my leek seeds. So those are some that I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get these planted. Hopefully we'll get some good germination. Keep them inside until the winter solstice. After the winter solstice, then we'll be planting our onions. So be sure to remember that if you're planting onion seeds and you're wondering why you don't have good success with your onion plants once you put them out, it's because if you plant them before the winter solstice, sometimes they will not do very well. And if you plant them or plant a variety that does not do well in your area, if you're living in an area that needs short day onions, be sure to get short day onion seeds. If you live, they're short day, they're a long day, and then I think they're intermediate day. So you want to make sure that you get the onion seeds that work for your area, because sometimes that is the reason you're not having good onion success. And so y'all, this past season was my best onion harvest ever, and I'm very excited about that. A lot of the onions came from seeds that I started, Dollar Trees, Family Dollar, and they were the bulbs, and they did very well. I had some that I ended up getting, and they weren't that big, but it was because I had stopped taking care of them. I had harvested so many onions. I was excited about that, and then I planted stuff around them, and some of the stuff kind of shadowed them out. I had watermelon and cucumber vines growing on top of them. So when I went back and saw that, oh my goodness, I still have onions over here. I pulled them, and they are in the house, and I've been cooking with them. I did not, a lot of them I just put in the kitchen. You know, I cut the tops and bottom off of them after I let them dry, and I just keep them in a bowl in my kitchen because they weren't huge, but they were not like, they were not the size of pearl onions or anything like that. They were nice size onions and great for cutting up, and I really have been enjoying. You know, when I get ready to cook something and I want to put some onions in, I just go for it because, you know, right now I'm not having to go to the store for onions. And then, y'all, I gave away a lot of onions, and I still have a lot of onions. I think that I can make it close. I don't know, once winter gets here and I start making chili and more soups and things like that, I'm sure I'll be using up those onions more quickly. But right now, y'all, those onions they've been stretching out. So these are the seeds that we're going to try to get planted today. Some of the seeds, I may not be able to get all of these seeds planted, may be able to but I want to go ahead and get these onions seeds planted. I want to go ahead and get them planted so I can go ahead and I can start seeing those onions. You know, although, like I said, I will not be planting them outside until after the winter solstice. But I want to go ahead and get them growing and try to develop those strong roots on these onions. I want to have some nice roots, because last season I did not finish telling you that I did order some onion starts from Dixondale Farms. They were amazing. So if you are having problems and you don't want to try to start your onions from seeds, you know, this is not sponsored or anything, but Dixondale Farms onions did do very well for me. I also had some seeds, some seedlings that I purchased from Walmart. I also purchased some from my local favorite store, and I also purchased some from another supplier nearby city. But all of those onions did very well. Even the ones that I started from seeds did very well. And so I just wanted to make sure that I told you all about those in case you're having problems with your onions growing. I just hope that is helpful to you all, because I just want everyone to be able to have the success on the onions that I had this past season, and hope that I can have it again in the future, and that going forward that we can just be, you know, just enjoying onions. Because y'all, I'm telling you, if it's one thing that upsets me, is having to go to the store and buy onions. It does. I do not like that feeling. And some things, you know, I kind of can deal with, but the onions, those are one of the things I do not want to have to go to the store and buy. And now I guess I'm going to have to put garlic on that list, because I did have a successful garlic harvest also, and I've been using that. So those two things. Oh, also, it doesn't bother me so bad to get the potatoes, because I know potatoes, you know, we eat a lot of potatoes, and sometimes you just run through those potatoes, and then you end up, I can replant my potatoes, but I don't care for the thing of having to buy them. But sometimes you get in that store, if they got a big old bag of potatoes, and you know that this is a reputable place that has organic, or basically where these potatoes came from, and you see those big bags, and sometimes you just can't help but buy one of those big bags of potatoes. So I don't get so upset about buying potatoes, even sweet potatoes. I don't. And y'all, to tell you the truth, my sweet potatoes not looking that great right now. I may have to get some of those sweet potatoes this season, because I'm not gonna say that they're not gonna do well, but the way they're looking right now, they don't look that great. So I haven't even been able to get any sweet potato vines to cook. And y'all know I love eating those sweet potato vines. They are so delicious. They remind me of spinach. They're kind of like a spinach kale taste, but y'all, they are very delicious and nutritious. So if you have a lot of sweet potato vines growing in your garden, go out there, harvest some of those sweet potato vines, wash them and saute them. They cook really fast, and they are delicious, and they are so nutritious for you. So I'm going to show you some of the things that I did get done yesterday. Caleb was out here, and he helped me to get some things done. He was all excited about, because someone mentioned, I think it was Catherine, mentioned in my comments that we needed to go ahead and put something out there, because, and we knew this, Catherine, but you saying it made me go ahead and jump on it. Thank you. I went ahead and we got some boards together, because Catherine said we needed to do something, because if we did hatch out some chickens, which we are trying to do, that those chickens might fall between those cracks. Because I had some place I told you all my chicken coops were looking bad. They need some repairs on them really bad, but y'all, it's been hot, but that's no excuse. Gotta take care of these chickens, gotta protect our chickens. We went out and we got some boards, and Caleb went under there, he went underneath. What we did, we took some straps and put them under the bottom, and Caleb, he screwed them in. It's just some of those scraps that you can fix your chairs with, because that's why I really bought them. I need some chairs I want to repair. And so we thought of that idea that we could go ahead and we could use this, because we didn't know how to, we've tried, but we didn't know how we could get it, because it was like this was built this way. And so now that it started falling apart, it was like, how do you repair it? We just didn't know. So this is what we did. Took those straps, went underneath, Caleb went underneath, and he strapped it to one side and screwed it in. And then I took the straps, pulled them tight, and that lifted the board that was sagging. It's the tray that's in there that you can pull out. It was sagging. We could not fix it. And he pulled it up, and once he pulled it up, brought it to the other side, and then he went ahead and screwed it in on the other side, and then we took two boards and put over it, and that is what kind of got it where if they fall right now, they would just be falling on some bedding. And so we put a lot of bedding in there, and so they would not be falling through any cracks. So thank you again, Catherine, just for bringing it to our attention and encouraging us to go ahead and get it done. And so I appreciate you for that. And then we also, Caleb wanted to get the chicken coop door where I would be able to go in and I would not have to bend down. That was important to Caleb. I told him, I said, someone had mentioned it to me in the comments a while back that they felt sorry for me every time they saw me going into the chicken coop and I had to bend down to go in. Well, Caleb took his solder and he went and he cut that. Y'all, I was, you know how I am. I was in the background the same way I am when he's out here trying to kill a snake. I was out there, I was in the background. I was like, wait, whoa, because, you know, the little sparks was popping from it. I was like, you know, trying to, I was like, no, he was like, I'm okay. That was so scary to me, but the spark was popping from it. And he had his eye protection on and everything, but I felt like he needed a welding mask the way those sparks were flying. But he went ahead, it didn't take long for him to cut it, and he got that where I can walk in. And so I'm gonna take you all over there while I walk in right quick. Y'all, we'll get these seeds planted, but I need to take y'all over there. Let's go over here. But first I'm gonna insert those clips so that you all can see how he did it. Okay, so Caleb got the chicken coop fixed. Okay, you all, here it is. No bending to get into the chicken coop. Good morning. Hey, girls and guys. How are y'all? Y'all ready for some breakfast? Let's get y'all some breakfast. Everybody okay? Where you at, Jim? I know you close by. There you are, girl. Good morning. Y'all, I am out early this morning, but it is still pretty warm out here. But y'all know I'm always gonna have on some long sleeves when I'm out. I don't care winter or summer, because I would rather be a little warm than to be out here with mosquitoes biting me and all kinds of bugs crawling on me. Because to me, If you come out with those arms out, it's like it's ringing the dinner bell. If you come out with your arms and all this skin showing to these mosquitoes and bugs, you might as well ring that dinner bell and say, come and get it. Hey, Hilda. Hi, girl. Hilda's going to be right up there, y'all. She's always the one that'll be up here. Okay, so since I'm out here, see, the water is looking good. I make sure they always keep plenty of water, especially when it's hot like this. And so the water is in the shade, so the water will be at a good temperature. It won't be too warm for them. But I'm also going to check on my broody girls just to see what they're doing, see if there are any chicks in here. Okay, you all. I don't know what's going on over here. While she is away, I'm fixing to show y'all. What is this? I can't tell if that's a wasp or what, but while she's off the nest, I'm going to show y'all. Where is she? I don't know, y'all. I do not know exactly what it is going on. I don't know if this is a chicken about to hatch, because I've never seen this happen out here. Never seen it. Y'all, I'm sweating really bad now, but I got to get over here. I got all excited. Let me show y'all. Okay, you all. I can't tell. But it looks like we might be having something going on here. You see one egg is cracked over there? I don't see anything moving. This egg over here, you see this egg right here? There's something going on with that. So y'all, we gonna see. I don't know. We're gonna keep our eyes on it. One egg back there got a little hole in it, like something like they try to peck their way out. So we're gonna just keep our eye on it. I'm not gonna mess with these eggs. I'm gonna leave these eggs alone, and we'll come and we'll check back in it. So I hope that this egg is some good, and hope that everything is fine in here. So we'll come back and check, y'all. I'm very excited though. Okay, so Blanche, she's still sitting on her eggs. She's got them covered. So we'll just check back. Good morning, Blanche. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna plant are my moringa. I wanna get these moringa trees planted because y'all know we don't have, well, I'm not gonna say not very much time, because my first expected frost date is around November, about November 10th, somewhere around in there. And you want to go ahead and get these planted and, you know, get a harvest. What I would like to get a harvest and have them large enough to survive till the frost has came. I don't want them to be to the point where they cannot survive out once it starts getting cold. Because usually when the first frost date comes, that doesn't mean that it's going to be cold, very cold, but it does mean that it's going to be cool enough for a frost. So these trees will not survive the frost. And so I just want to make sure that once I get them planted, I'll be able to get them harvest and, you know, get a small harvest off of them, because these trees grow very fast. They could have given me a harvest in a month's time. So I'm not saying that that is going to be this case, because what this is an experiment. You see, I'm going to plant enough of them. So as I said, once they germinate, I am going to put them into the ground. And I'm going to put them in full sun. I'm going to be cutting them back before the frost and covering them with something, some sort of protection to keep them from being just, you know, the first frost that comes won't kill them, because I'll have cut them back and covered them. But like I said, if we get a very hard freeze, and there's really not too much that I can do about that, if the ground gets frozen and stays frozen for a long period of time, then more than likely these trees will not survive. But that's not going to stop us from constantly, every year we're going to plant moringa. That is what I want to do, and I want you all to do. Every year, plant moringa. Plant, especially if you are in a area that the moringa does not survive the winter. Plant as many moringas as you have room for during the summer months. And I'm sure once you do your research and you see the benefits of moringa, also go and look up the history so that you will see how moringa has been used by others. That is going to be a key factor in deciding how you decide to use your moringa, and how you decide to grow moringa, and at what extent that what measure did you decide to grow the moringa? Because I'm sure that if you have space, you will not want to plant one moringa tree. You will want to have many moringa trees in your garden if you have the space for it. So now we're going to get our moringa seeds ready to go into this soil. Okay, y'all, so now we're about to plant our moringa seeds. And the moringa seeds have wings. And this is what the wings look like. See those seeds? They have those wings on them. Now, unless you got some that already have been scarified, and scarified means that you're just going to scrape some of this off, this coating off. And the way I like to do it is by using, I have a potato peeler here. And so I'm just going to take my little moringa seed, and I'm just going to run it along the side of the blade, making sure to keep your finger out of the way. And you just scarifying, you getting some scarring on it, and also removing some of this outside shell that is on the seed. You don't have to do a whole lot. See what it looks like now? You can see the white on the inside. And then just drop it into some water. I got a bowl of water that I'm soaking my moringa seeds in, and you want these to soak. And it's, you can soak them for, all night if you want to. And I guess that was the last one. I thought I had two. Oh, yeah, I did. I had two that I was going to demonstrate that on. So I have another one right here, and I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to scar. It's a scarification, and it just means that you're scarring up this because it has a hard shell on it. And then you'll see that you can see that inside. I'll take a little bit more off, a little bit more of the shell off, and then drop it into your water. And then after you have let them soak for a while, now you're ready to plant. If you want to, you can put some worm castings in your soil, whatever you want to put in your soil. But then you're just gonna make an indentation. I'm not gonna put them very deep, but you're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna make an indentation into my little containers. I got some small containers here. I got my soil. I need to put some more soil in here. I want, to press that soil down because you want to make sure that you have a solid foundation in here. You don't want to have it where your seed is going to go to the bottom of this container. And especially this late in the season, y'all, because y'all know this is an experiment, and we are trying to get a late season of moringa trees to put into the ground to continue with this experiment. Just using some of my black gold potting mix. I just stuck my hand down in here. I can't be sticking my hand down in here like that. Yeah, I've made it that time. I've had to, I don't have anything. Yes, I do. They say I don't have anything to dip with, but I do. I got a dipper over here. Y'all know I should not ever say I don't have anything to dip with. I got two dippers now. So now I can just take some and put this on top. I'm gonna moisten it again. I'm wasting soil. I don't want to do that. Go ahead and make sure, since I've pressed it down, that they are all topped off, so we can have some nice soil in here. So that when these roots start growing, although we're not gonna leave them alone, we're just gonna leave them until we get a good germination. That is as long as we are gonna leave. When we see this moringa has germinated, we are getting it into the ground and start to fertilizing it And moringa, I mean, it basically does its own thing. It don't take a lot for moringa. So don't think you got to baby those moringas, because you do not. They are some trees that just want to grow, y'all. And also, while you're Googling, see if you can find out some of the names that they have given to the moringa. I'm not going to tell y'all everything. I want y'all to look this up, do some research so y'all can see it, because like I say, I'm not a doctor, but I want you all to see this in black and white for yourself, to see how these moringa trees, the reputation that they have. They got a good reputation. So now we're just going to plant them. And I seen somewhere that you need to put the sprout side up, and I'm thinking that this pointed side is the sprout side. So that's where I've been planting them. And I've had germination with them. I've planted few trees in the last couple of years, because I just started growing moringa. So the last couple of years, I have been able to grow some moringa seeds. I have been able to grow some moringa trees in the last couple of years. And so they germinated pretty easy. I don't know, I may have over-scratched the seed on this one, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna pop that in the soil. So I wanna keep my seeds intact. I don't wanna break my seeds, but I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna plant that one anyway. And we're gonna see what happens. I'm trying to make sure that I get those, the trunks at the bottom and the sprouts at the top. Having that pointy side pointing up. Now if I got that part wrong, y'all let me know, because I want to make sure that you all are getting these I just hope that you all are going ahead and start thinking about planting some moringas in your garden. Okay, so I think that we have all that we have. That is all the seeds that I have out here right now. So I'm going to go with that. The rest of the seeds, y'all, but I will be planting some more, because now y'all let me know if y'all had any different experiences with these, because I planted the seeds that I got last season, and these are some new seeds. So let me know if you have had any luck, you moringa growers, if you've had any luck planting your seeds later on, because from my research, I am seeing that the moringa seeds are usually good up to a year. So if that is the case on this, I will just be going ahead and planting the rest of my seeds, because I probably got about 50 seeds. So, but what I'll be doing with those seeds, with some of them, is I just will be eating them, because the moringa seeds, as I said, are all parts of the moringa are edible. And so I will be just going ahead and each day just eating me one of those moringa seeds. And y'all, my grandson was here yesterday and we ate some. And y'all, it's so funny because moringa has been used for so many different things. I don't know if I got a seed in this one. I'm not sure. This one don't look like it has a seed. Okay, it don't. But in the research, I found that moringa had been used for water purification, you all. Can you imagine that? The seeds were used for purifying water. And so that is amazing. And once we had eaten one of the seeds, because y'all, that seed, once you eat a seed, y'all, that seed lingers in your mouth. It does. It lingers. You bite that seed and you'll be able to swallow everything, all parts of that seed, but it has a sweetness. I mean, it's it is a sweetness it's like a hot sweetness, and it lingers in your mouth. But if you take water, if you drink a bottle of water after you have chewed that moringa seed, that seed sweetens your water. So for you all that like sweets, I don't know if you might like this moringa sweetness, but that sweetness is it is so different. And if you take a drink of water after you have eating that moringa seed, each sip of your water will have a it's a strange sweetness. But y'all, it just lets you know that this moringa it's awesome. It's amazing. So I want you all to do your research on the moringa. Go ahead and see if you like the moringa. And it doesn't matter about the taste, because we're not in it for the taste. We're in it for the benefits of it. And so grow as much moringa as you can on your property, and just enjoy those benefits. Let's come back and we're going to plant these onion seeds in the next video. So I hope that y'all have enjoyed this video today, and that you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified whenever I upload a new video. And as always, thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.